And today's rare specimen is nothing. Oh, well, that's a bit anticlimactic. Hey there guys, this is Mr. Chicken 1670 and welcome back to another Minecraft video today. I'm back in my 1.11.2 survival world. And I don't really, this is the video where things just go off the rails. I actually have no clue what I'm going to do this video, which is wonderful. My volume's a bit low, I don't know why. Anyway, so if you didn't see the last video, I finally finished building a room for Harold. And as a result of that, I haven't cleared my inventory yet, which is wonderful. But yeah, I'm sure Harold is getting along very well here, aren't you? Yeah, he's happy inside. It would have made more sense to put him next to John though, but I guess, you know, what can you do? Anyway, so I'm gonna move along here, and today, I have less of a conventional idea about what I'm gonna do for my 1.9. Not 1.9. It started as 1.9. It's now just moved on way past that to 1.11. Today, however, I've got a slightly different plan, which I just realised I need to put these snowballs away at some point. I don't know when that will happen. That's wooden objects. Okay, so I guess it's just going to be in the stone area. So will this. That's the wool area. Yeah, I guess that's going in there as well. And then we'll go to the wood section. Gotta put some stuff down here. Gotta put away some spruce wood. Yeah, there we go. I've sorted out most of my inventory. And as you just saw in the beginning, there is nothing in there, which is a bit unfortunate. But yeah. In this video, I've decided I want to do a bit of mining, but first I'm going to have to quickly... Oh, flip. That was a bit problematic. I'm going to need some more iron first, though, because my pickaxe will break any second from now, which isn't a very good thing when you're trying to mine. So, let's go and find it. Here it is. So, 1, 2, 3. Got 3 pieces of iron there. And the reason I'm saying this is because I haven't done much mining recently in my videos, actually. Like, I mean, in general, in this series, I haven't done much mining. I've done some in between videos, but not a lot in between videos. But anyway, I'm going to start digging along the sides, and we're going to see if we can get whatever glorious minerals we can find. Why are we on? We're at Y55. So I don't know why I'm so high up. I should have gone way deeper. A bit of a stupid choice when you're trying to get diamonds. I mean, obviously, that's what this is about, diamonds. I can barely hear the volume of this. Okay, now I can actually hear, like, properly. Yeah, so that's great. Let's get on. So, first topic of the video. Let's see what wire on now. 50. Great. So, I've moved down, like, a whopping 3 blocks. And I can hear a skeleton, which makes things even better. So, if I die, you will know why. And that rhymed. What a fun thing. Yeah, there's got to be a cave near here, then. Yeah. I have to be cautious about that because I may just get murdered in the next second possible. I'd rather not get murdered in the next second, but hey, life is as it is. Anyway, on the topic of life, I want to talk about what's going to be going on in my own life. I like to talk about my own opinions and so on, and I finally bought Battlefront, Star Wars Battlefront in its Ultimate Edition, and it is perfectly mediocre. Okay, well, 42, so you need to go way deeper than that. Yeah, Star Wars Battlefront is very mediocre. I will just say that. I have some, okay, for a start, it is very Star Warsy. It's a very good looking game. It's a very well playable game. Yeah. In terms of gameplay, it is a very good game, and in terms of just playing it, it's a fun to play game. It has a ton of variety to it. It's very faithful to Star Wars. There's very little prequel in it. But yet again, some of that stuff has been obviously altered with updates and DLC and so on. So I got the Ultimate Edition, by the way, so I just have all the oh dear, I just knocked out a torch by accident. I have all the DLC, by the way, because I got the Ultimate Edition. As I said, visually and sound-wise, it's very good. Ooh, that's interesting. Ah, I got an emerald. Oh dear, there's a cave down there as well. Lovely. Right, so without getting completely wrecked, there's some gold here, that's good. There's a slime. Not sure if I trust them. Go to hell. Bit harsh, don't you think? Oh, it's lava. Good. I was thinking that I'd already been down here, because there was a huge cave network that I spent a load of videos around, but it looks like I'm not. So that's good. What Y am I at, by the way? I'm Y23. So, hopefully, if the cave goes any deeper, I will be able to find diamonds. But first, I'm just going to quickly extend some stuff here, and then get a load of supplies. Yeah, I just realized I completely stopped talking about Battlefront then for no reason. Alright, so yeah, it is just a really fun game to play. It looks and sounds really good. It's very accurate. However, there are a couple of problems. For one, the game relies way too much on DLC. That's not a good thing. A lot of games are relying too much on DLC because they have nothing to offer, and so all they do is just fart out DLC and hope that they give the game credibility. It doesn't work on me because, like, I guess technically I purchased the DLC. However, I purchased the DLC with the game for like £18, which is a real bargain. Because it would have cost me, like, I don't know, it would have cost me £30. Like, okay, the base game would have cost me about £25. If I added all the DLC together, it would cost me like £50. However, one, there's the Ultimate Edition, which just gave me a load of the DLC already. Speaking of which, there are going to be no more Battlefront DLC, so essentially I've got it all. I haven't had much chance to use it, though. It's quite a confusing game in terms of how to play. That's one thing I have to say about Battlefront. It's just like, why is it that way? Why would you play it that way? What are you doing? Why? Why would you play... There we go, okay, I got rid of that of it, that's good. I was worried they was going to murder me. But it looks like that'll come another day. Y18, so I could get diamonds anytime now. It's just Lapis right now, so... Yeah, Lapis, whatever, mediocre, just like Battlefront. So let's go to the problems I have. As I said, DLC is a huge problem. Just because not everyone likes DLC. Like, if you're willing to pay for them, it's... Oh god, I just opened home by accident. God, no! No, Flip, I've just opened something. I'm pretty sure I have anyway. Okay. No! Don't open windows. God. Okay, there's nothing through there. Don't know why I bothered then. And I've just ran out of food as well, which isn't very good, because I don't have much of it. Anyway. So yeah, very little content if you just get the base game, which is definitely a setback for me, because it feels like you haven't played a full game. It feels like you've only bought half a game, which is a bit of a problem. But as I said, I bought the full game, so, you know, whatever. One thing that really irritates me is spawning. Lordy, lordy, what do they do with spawning? There are times where you either spawn right next to a stormtrooper or a rebel or whatever, depending on who you're playing as, where you spawn right next to the enemy, or you spawn about 5 miles away from the enemy, and it just annoys you because it's wasted time, because it's either wasted time getting to where you need to be, or it's wasted time because you're getting spawn killed. Hopefully like people like that's just been a consistent complaint. Like, they're obviously not going to fix it because they're busy working on Battlefront 2, which, by the way, in no way will, like, yeah, I haven't played the first Battlefront from, like, I don't know, like, early 2000s. I played Battlefront 2, I still have it, actually, have the original Xbox version of it, and Battlefront 2 is a very good game. It's pretty simplistic, its visuals for me still hold up, and yeah, I think it's just a really solid game. I'm sure this Battlefront's visuals will also stand up, like, will also hold up. But as they both come outdated, the one that people are going to remember more will probably be Battlefront 2, just because it has a place in nostalgia, and there are very few criticisms you can give it. Another issue, no campaign. I'm fine. Oh wow, got another emerald, Jesus, and some gold as well. If there's no campaign in a game, like for example Overwatch, I have that game. It's fun to play, but the game, well, you know, its point is to be this multiplayer online game. It's not trying to have anything else there. Battlefront is trying to have a load of single-player tasks, and it's also weird because I don't know about Battlefront 1, but Battlefront 2 had a single-player campaign. But this one just kind of gives you training and just throws you some stuff to do, but then, like, it's just a bit, like, really poorly managed. It's just like, why would you do it like that? Yeah, it's just a game full of really bizarre choices. Oh god. Ah! Come on, come on. I don't like this. Okay, there you go. Actually, no, I haven't got it. Have I got a duel? Yeah, I have got a duel. That's good. So there goes the alarm's draining away now. As I said, no camp. It's weird it doesn't have the conquest mode either that's in the first two games. It's like the main mode as well. So I'm guessing they just don't like the original games. But it's EA and DICE. What are you going to do? Like, you just don't trust them. You have to be wary. There's no microtransactions, which the games took pride in. But then it relied on DLC for enjoyment, which is a gigantic failure in terms of marketing. Also, in terms of marketing, it claims that you can play as your favorite heroes. In most battles, there's no way you can actually play. By the way, I need to make a new pickaxe because I broke mine. In most games, oh wow, I just had a perfect 3 and a stack there, so you know that works. In most games, like for example in Battlefront 2, if you do well, then you will eventually be able to play as the hero. I mean, yeah, I'm still a noob to Battlefront. I'm still a noob in that way, but like, what are you gonna do? Like, it could be that I'm bad at it, or it could be that it just is really weirdly made. So yeah, that's just one thing. I'm just been like, all right then, whatever you say, EA, whatever you say, DICE, whatever you say, Lucasfilm. They're making a second one, which for some reason is based on the newer one, on the new trilogy, even though when it comes out, literally only one part of the trilogy will have actually been out, and then like soon to be the second one. Like, I'd rather that they made a prequel one after this, because at least if they made a prequel one, then like A, prequel fans would like it, and B, Battlefront 2 had a lot of prequel stuff in it, and I still like it, so, yeah, just have a prequel one. Don't make it too prequely, though. Ugh. Well, actually, well, I've got a good link here, which is voice acting. Awful. Like, no, actually, no, Han's not good. It's only, like, for me, it's only Boba Fett and Princess Leia that sound convincing. Like, the Emperor and Han, they're alright. I don't know about the others, like, you never hear Dengar or Bosk's voice, so, you know, that doesn't matter. Lando's voice actor's alright, he's pretty good. Again, 9num, don't care. Why on earth would you get 9num as a character? Who on earth wants to play as freaking 9num? Unless you're, like, doing it ironically. Like, no one cares about 9num. Like, I'm sure the person that made money for acting as 9num, or the genius intern that got the idea to play as 9num just got a load of people buying their DLC. I'm sure that they love 9num, but the general audience does not care about 9num. Like, so you're telling us that you give us 9num, but then you don't give us, like, Ben Kenobi, or Wedge Antilles, or, like, Yoda or someone else. Like, I understand he doesn't fight in those, but seriously, like, those are way cooler characters to play as. No one wants to play as 9num. Like, I've only played as him once. He's useless. I should probably talk about who my favourite heroes are. The heroes are awesome to play as. Visually, they are a bit weird looking, especially Han's hair. That just doesn't look right for me. It's really fun as play. My favourites being probably Boba Fett, Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, Jyn Erso, Chewbacca. And then, like, I don't know, all the other villains are just, like, mediocre. Like, whenever you play online, it's always Luke, Han, and someone else. And then, for the villains, it's always Darth Vader, Boba Fett, and someone else. It's just like, okay. What do you say? Have I really just discovered all of this cave? Is that really all we've got? Let's just make sure. Yeah, this is all we've got. Boring. Come on. I do know I'm hearing water, which means there clearly is something towards this way. I just need to find it. I could go into spectator mode, but I'm not going to because, yeah, I don't cheat that much. Come on. I'm not gonna be at, like, I don't know what Y it actually is. I'd say Y12 is like a sensible, like, height to be at. Need to put down another torch again. There we go. 13, 12. I'll be at, like, yeah, I'll just stay at Y12 probably. So now let's move on. Just see if I can find anything. So yeah, that's my topic about. It's pretty difficult to play in multiplayer. Okay, just like, okay. It kind of just throws you into stuff and you don't know how to control it. Just like, okay, I guess it expects you to learn yourself. Thanks, Battlefront, for giving me no guidance whatsoever. Just making me do things, because EA likes money. Yeah, Battlefront. It's Star Wars. Like, I don't know. I know, like, it's been out for over a year now. But I just thought I'd give a rounded opinion on it, because I finally got a chance to play it, and I found it to be extremely mediocre. Because some of the things are really poorly done in the game. As I said, spawning for me is one of those main things. It's weird as well. It gives you a load of, like, challenges, but then these challenges are near impossible to complete. It's kind of just... It's kind of just, they think... Like, oh, the players will do this. I'm sure they will, because they're nerds. They'll play a lot of this. They'll know what to do. What about the general audience? Yeah, that's my thoughts on Battlefront. Bit of... Why? There's so much water. This is annoying me. Oh, there we go. There's somewhere. Oh, you're flipping kidding me. I've already been here. So, this looks like I've been here, like, early on in the series as well. Yeah, I can tell I've been here before because there's torches I haven't placed. Yeah, I want to know my way out. I probably won't be able to find my way out. Ooh, there's some redstone that I missed though. That's a little thing. Don't know why I missed that when I wasn't there. So yeah, I've just gone full circle and just realised the video has just gone way too long. I'm busy talking about Battlefront. I was going to talk about Iron Man 3, which is the other thing I saw/did. There's one other thing which I saw, but I'm going to talk about that later on. I've seen like the X-Men trilogy, but there's one other thing which I'll just review on Mr. Chicken Movies, a sort of series, unfortunately. I will do a review for that. Don't know when that's going to come out, when I'm ready. So, you know, reviews come when I'm ready to release them. So in conclusion, this video, yeah, I'll talk about Iron Man 3 on my way out. Speaking of perfectly mediocre, actually no, I'd say Iron Man 3 is bad. Like, a lot of things about Iron Man 3 suck. For a start, it's written by Shane Black, who I really appreciate. I love The Nice Guys. It was my second favourite film of 2016, behind Rogue One. But, like, he clearly didn't know what to do with Iron Man. Like, they shouldn't, like, you don't give a director like him to something like Iron Man. Like, give someone who knows what they're, like, one of the writers knew what they were doing with... Okay, I'm finally out here, that's good. One of the writers in Iron Man 3 clearly knew what an Iron Man story was. He was the conventional one, the conventionally boring one. Shane Black tried to throw in all these interesting things, however, it just makes something that isn't Iron Man. So essentially, one of the writers was trying to make like a really bland Iron Man film. Essentially, one of them was trying to make Iron Man 2. The other one was trying to make like a hard reboot of the Iron Man films, which just doesn't really work. I like Shane Black's direction. I love a lot of the style he gives. It's just some of it just doesn't fit what we know Iron Man to be. Oh, okay, that's a bit unfortunate. Just seeing that in my furnace, I was like, okay, I've done something wrong in my life. I'm gonna need a bit more. Oh, yeah. Okay, never mind. I've got 7 pieces of pork. Whoopsie. Anyway. How many furnaces and like... Yeah, I have a number of... I have 6 crafting tables. That is dreadful. So of course, all this stuff. Oh wait, no. Redstone goes in a separate chest, doesn't it? Where's redstone? There it is. Put all this stuff in... Slime ball. Where does a slime ball go? It'll go in my mob drops. Huh. I guess that's the first slime ball I've ever received. How interesting. So I'm gonna go and get that stuff eventually. And anyway, I'm gonna just drop off a load of stone I have. very quickly, because I have a load of it. Fight me. Anyway, I know I'm leaving all the doors open. I don't care. Right. Right, which one are you? You're that. Which one are you? You're diorite. You're diarrhea. Andesite. Of course, I don't have any gravel on me, so that's... Leave it at that. Just making sure, yep. Obviously, I'm going to have to put some more gold in the furnace. Go and cook me all gold. Run around, back up. And yeah, this video has lasted way too long, but hey. This stuff will eventually smelt. And I've got a load of bones as well. I'm going to get rid of most of these. Okay, yeah, I need something else, girl. I'll just go and visit John and Harriet. I was about to say Harold one more time, because, you know, they are right next to each other, and also need to put away some snow. Clear my inventory off. So, hey, Harold. Nice room. Already saw you at the beginning of the video. Hey, John. Didn't see you at the beginning of the video. Yeah, I like what you've done with the place. Just put this stuff away. There we go. Let's leave. Before I get shanked by Mr. John. More stuff about Iron Man 3. Useless villain. For some reason they made, like, for some reason they made an extremis henchman, like, a really prominent villain, for some reason. Eh? Like, he's a henchman. They're not meant to be, like, important. But for some reason he's in it way too much. Aldrich Killian is awful. He sucks. And the Mandarin sucks even more, because he's a freaking... He's a joke, essentially. Like, come on. Yeah. It's just like, you know, just leave. I don't know if I've talked about Iron Man 2 either. That's worse than Iron Man 3. Iron Man 3 is still bad, though. Like, I just do not like Iron Man 3. Anyway, so let's just divide this into 4 pieces. There you go, perfectly. 16 here. Oh, there's 1 extra piece because it's a stack. That's very nice, very satisfying. So I say a lot. I didn't even mean that. I just do it. Bit unfortunate. So Pepper Potts, useless. Don't care. Jon Favreau's in it because why not? He's meant to act as the comic relief. Doesn't really work as comic relief in my opinion. But hey, well, what are you gonna do about it? Is Jon Favreau? He wasn't even the director of this one either. He was kind of just there. Because they're like, oh, but Happy Hogan's a character, he needs to be more prominent in this one. Oh, wow, we're going to pull on the heartstrings with this one. He's in it for, like, the first 5 minutes, and then the last 5 minutes. Like, what is the pacing of that film? Really bland? It's pretty bland. Like, the only cool things, like, the stylistic choices that Shane Black makes. The ending, completely useless. That was clearly, like, Shane Black's choice, but then he didn't realise that they're not going to change it because they have to make Avengers 2. And because of that, Iron Man 3 is useless. Like, you can watch Iron Man 3 and probably nothing would change. It blows up a load of his extra suits for some reason, but then still has the Iron Legion in Age of Ultron. Like, I understand that, like, he wants to do something special with it, but if it doesn't have lasting effects, then it's kind of just... Why? Like, okay, quick spoiler for The Dark Knight. If you haven't seen it, then you probably will never see it. In The Dark Knight, it ends with Batman essentially killing Harvey Dent, and then running from the police as an outlaw. And the police going, oh, well, they can't know the truth about what really happened. That's interesting, and it has lasting effects through to The Dark Knight Rises. Iron Man 3's ending will not have lasting effects. Well, it doesn't have any lasting effects. Because there isn't going to be another Iron Man film that we know of. Like, it looks like Jon Favreau got burnt out. It's kind of just pointless. It's just, like, come on. Marvel, what are you doing with Iron Man? Like, the first one was excellent. Iron Man 2 sucked. Iron Man 3 also sucked. It sucked less than... Jesus, this is a 25-minute video. I'm just like sorting out stuff in my house, just waiting for things to smell, so I'm just busy talking about Iron Man 3. Anyway, screw that. Yeah. In conclusion, don't watch Iron Man 3. It's bad, it's useless, don't bother. And with that said, I'm going to end the video here. So, For a start, if you guys enjoyed this video, you can do a number of things. I just decided to have a long conversation with you, because who doesn't love having a conversation with the viewers? I keep on doing this thing, I don't know why. So... oh god, my count must be about 1,000 or something. So yeah. For a start, you can follow my Twitter at MrChicken4321 with only a whopping 14 followers. Because self-esteem is already low enough in me. I did it again! No! Why do I keep on doing that? Come on. So, yeah. Peace. You can check out my film channel, Mr. Chicken Movies, as well. I've done a Sorcerer's Stone, or Philosopher's Stone, Harry Potter review on that channel. Go check it out, link is in the description. And lastly, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe, like, and comment, and I will see you guys later. Bye-bye!